studio in Nashville, Tennessee. This is Lightning 100.
Stephanie here with you in the Hideout Academy studio this morning, joined by SG Goodman, who's going to be playing tonight out at the Basement East. How you doing, SG?
Doing all right.
Yeah, feeling good today?
Up early.
I know, I'm always
impressed.
impressed. Always impressed with the people who are here before noon and have a show that night.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah, well, thank you for that.
I'm kidding.
But so you are like basically right directly in the middle of your tour, supporting your new album. So
Yeah.
how's tour been so far?
Well, we're on the East Coast for this leg of the headline tour, and even though I just absolutely adore all the people across the other side of the Mississippi and think their towns are beautiful, that's hard living out there. It's hard drives, and we had about a week and a little change off, so I should be rested. That's still up for discussion, but I'm excited. It's kind of weird times right now, so the fact people are coming out to the shows and supporting this album, #blessed.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as you being should be rested, it's like I feel like the midpoint of a tour is probably like peak exhaustion. Like you're not even like close to the end of it yet. You're just like, okay, yeah, we're in it.
Yeah, well, I would say with the record coming out, performance-wise, I've done a little less than I normally do in a year's time. I think I'll maybe hit like 85, 90 performances this year, which is a little bit less than normal. But I started my whole year in Australia, okay? And I've been to Europe, and I've done, I've opened, and it's been a busy year.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it, but I would say peak exhaustion might have happened July.
Yeah, sometime around post-album release.
Yep.
And then one cool thing I saw that you were doing at these shows, I think at least I read it in your Substacks. I think you're still doing it, but those disposable cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Are you still doing those?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, I made a zine for the release of my record, which was a surprise to me, and it kind of came last minute, and I really love it, but it took a lot of trial and error because the people that were making it, who were like, no, we understand what you want, it looked like somebody designed it on a Google Doc, and so it took a minute to get it right, but finally enlisted a good friend of mine, Scott Cook, who's an artist and a real punk rocker, to actually make a punk zine. I just loved it, and I was half delusional riding back on a plane one day and thought, I think I should hand those out to the crowd and actually I think just as time goes on, people interacting with each other in public is becoming more rare and rare, and here you are gathered in a space with a bunch of people, and there's a high likelihood of you not talking to anyone. So this gives a reason for people, my hope and what I instruct people to do is hand the camera over to somebody you don't know. Don't take pictures of me. I have plenty terrible pictures of me, What I really want to capture is the room and who you came with, and, I don't know, build communities. That's so strange. But it's been cool. I just dropped off the first West Coast round at my local Walgreens, and we'll see how those turn out. But I'm excited about it. But I'm going to make
I think it's a really cool
tour
idea.
zine.
Yeah,
I know. I saw my friend Emma Delavante hand some out at a Tyler Childers show, and I was like, you copycat. I can't
You're just
believe
inspiring people.
Yeah, all the time, actually. All the time. You'd be surprised. I'm pretty much the most inspirational person that I know.
Yeah,
so,
well, I'm here. I'll back that up.
Oh, okay.
I actually do have on my New Year's resolutions this year, make a zine was one of them, and I haven't done it yet, and the clock is ticking, so I got to get that done by the end of the year.
You should do it.
I know.
It's cool and fun to have. I love it. And so now I think, you know, if it turns out well and people enjoyed themselves, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know. Heck
Well,
yeah.
get your face in the next SG Goodman zine. Go to the show tonight. Grab one of those cameras. thebasementnashville.com for tickets. So you also, this year, big, put out your new album, Planting by the Signs, which I definitely want to talk about and dive into. But you want to play us a song first before we get into that?
I sure can.
Great.
This is my song. It's my little happy love song on the album. Super serious title. I'm in love.
Perfect.
All this early birds now singing like a late night talking fool. I've been trespassing on my neighbors, swimming naked through their pools. Well, I've forgotten all my friends, but I know they can tell. Yeah, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. I've been crying at commercials on the hotel television set, and I've been lying on my taxes, writing off the things that I ain't bought yet. RSVP'd invitations, knowing in my heart that I'll never show. Yeah, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. The moon is right now for cutting my hair. I'm checking out Walmart collections of underwear. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. All half-hour conversations in the checkout line at the grocery store, telling my whole life now to strangers in a way I've never done before. Yeah, and I'm dancing in my kitchen, singing into a spoon. That I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love.
Lightning 100. That is SG Goodman live here. Going to be playing tonight at Basement East. Doors are at 7. That show starts at 8. Tickets on sale at thebasementnashville.com. You can go see SG Goodman playing these live with a full band, I guess I'm assuming. But
Yep.
yeah. And I saw you play when you opened, I'm like 90% sure I'm remembering this right, opening for Jason Isbell.
Okay,
At the
yep.
last residency, or maybe the one before that. Well, it was Jason
It has
Isbell,
happened.
but it has
It's
happened.
happened.
I was like sitting here while you're playing. I was like, I can't remember any of the details of this, but it was fantastic to see you playing at the Ryman, and gonna be so cool again tonight at the Basement East. So, as I mentioned, right before you played that one, you did put out earlier this year your brand new album, Planting by the Signs, and I thought we could talk a bit about that, and maybe starting with like kind of like the writing process for this, because I feel like your writing is so it's like so specific to you. Like I feel like you have a very specific lyrical voice. So what is your like process, whether that's where you get inspiration or like what do you start with?
You know, if I had that formula,
Maybe not
figured out, I could
formulaically,
be
but
prolific. You know, I might put out a lot more songs, but I guess some things that typically happen is I have always kind of operated that if it's meant to stick around, you'll remember it. And a lot of my songs are written over the course of many years. And I've given up on really, you know, trying to force a song when it's not ready.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not because I'm a perfectionist, it just literally won't be right, and I'll know it. And so there were some songs on this album that, you know, say my song Michael Told Me started in 2021. I wrapped that up in 2023, 24, you know. And then there's other songs that I write in one sitting, like maybe in less than an hour, like this love song that I just played. But this album was a little bit different in writing because I was finding I tour a lot. I hit the road hard, you know, and I haven't. That's how I've grown as an artist. It's how people have, you know, found me because I keep the pavement hot, and still waiting on that big viral moment, you know.
Sure.
Like everybody. No, but I found I'm not great in this moment, and in the past 5 or 6 years writing while I'm touring. I'm too much in survival mode, and as fun as touring is, it's really monotonous, and I don't feel like I'm getting like there's not always a lot of material there for me, and I don't really want to write the next like I'm on tour and having a hard time album.
Right.
No offense to anyone who does that. I'm sure it's wonderful.
Ground well covered.
Yeah, but anyway, I was really intrigued by the concept and the belief system of planting by the sign. I'm a farmer's daughter and have really had a hard time transitioning into my identity as just a musician and not being able to grow things. And what was intriguing about this belief system is that, you know, it deals with a lot more than just planting like crops or something like that. It's very much in tune with the cycles of life, the seasons and things like that, which is really difficult as a touring musician because, you know, you're experiencing different seasons maybe in 1 week and not in a natural way.
I didn't even think about that. That's really interesting.
So I was just really wanting, even if it was just in my imagination, to feel more in some sort of natural rhythm. And what I did when I knew I couldn't write on the road, I just read everything I could about that old belief system, which, to put simply, is just things that are comprised of water affected by the moon. A lot of people believe in different moon phases there are times when there could be specific outcomes. So say a better time to grow root vegetables or cut your hair or put shingles on your house, all these different things because it's affected by water. And I love the fact that I was raised by this belief system, but in a very passive way. And so it was interesting to me to think about, you know, my place as a Southern writer, my place as like a rural person, and how we adopt beliefs or let them go, and the stories we choose to believe or not. So all those things were very much, I'm giving a very long story.
No, this is really fascinating. Please keep going.
You know, because when it came time where I was at home and took a little time off the road, my longest stretch of off time that I had taken in like 3 or 4 years at that moment, about 3 months, because I'd done so much prep work of understanding the ins and outs of this belief system that were never explained to me in that way. It was just, you know, your grandma said, don't pull a tooth right now because the signs are in the head. You're going to bleed a lot.
And you're just like,
whatever.
Sure, okay.
You know what I mean? So, which is, that's the way a lot of people learn their beliefs.
Yeah.
You know, you just, because of that. Well, because I had done so much research and sought people out who were familiar, asked family members, community members, when it came time to writing these songs, it was really the details of the concept of Planting by the Signs were very naturally going into the music instead of me having like a list of keywords
Right.
that I was trying to work in. And I would say that's the first time I've ever written music like that. And I really enjoyed it. And it really, you know, kind of, I guess, scratched an itch with feeling like I was working even though I wasn't putting out songs.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
definitely.
So it was
No,
cool.
I mean, doing all of that, like you're immersing yourself in this
Yeah.
world that, and that is definitely like doing work toward something. And so you keep saying this belief system. This is like it's like an Appalachian belief system, right?
It goes back way further.
Way
than
back-
that.
way more than
But
that,
it
okay.
is prominent in that area, and it's prominent in that area, even though a lot of different cultures have, you know, in fact, this was like our first thing that humans were following for the moon and the
I
stars.
mean, which makes sense. Yeah.
But it is a really prominent belief system in like the German, Irish, Scottish, like the old Celtic, you know, and pagan beliefs like that before it was just like Christianity in those cultures. Which is even more interesting because, you know, I was raised by people who feel like yoga has like, you know, pagan, satanic, you know, I guess lineage, and
they don't even realize that this
they
other
don't
thing is
and
also
then-
tied in with that.
yes, and so but Christianity, it's just if you track the way the belief system has developed and been fit into a mold to fit, you know, society as it's evolved, it's a real picture of human nature and how belief systems are thought to be just the way it is
Yeah.
when it's not, you know. So I think that was intriguing. And I'm not going to say that people, when they listen to these songs, all of this is going to roll out like a college lecture, but those were all my inner thoughts and personal, I guess, intrigue with what's actually happening and how that relates to me as a person whose people definitely at some point were like in Appalachia and then crossed in and mostly have been in this area for hundreds of years, in Western Kentucky and Western Tennessee.
That's so cool to have like such deep roots in one area. So
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like my family has been, you know, just all over throughout time, but like it's
I think
really interesting that you're so attached to this one
Yeah,
spot.
I think it's interesting. It's also can be a burden because, you know, there is a part of me, I love to travel and everything, but, you know, like say for instance, when I go out west and it's just the tall evergreens or something, it just makes me depressed. I need some hickory and oak, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, there's something very instinctual in my body, I feel, that says this is not your environment.
That's so interesting.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there are people who I feel like that doesn't
It
doesn't affect them. They
It
can go
doesn't. They're
anywhere.
Like,
and,
they're like all of a sudden, I'm so strong about it. It's like, you know, we went to that. What is that? That is it Pendleton blankets? You know, the
Oh,
wool
yes.
blankets.
Yeah.
And I like them, but they're all south. A lot of them are Southwest inspired
Mm-hmm.
prints and stuff. And I was like, I can't have that in my house.
Just doesn't belong here.
That has nothing to do with me.
Because you still live in Kentucky, right?
I live
like,
in a little town called Murray, Kentucky, about 2 hours down the road. Just where I like it.
And does that work? I mean, do the people, the town that you come from, do they like work their way into your writing a lot? Because it feels very like character driven in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So I grew up in a small town called Hickman, Kentucky. I was born in Western Tennessee, a little town called Union City, and actually my accent, you know, Kentucky's interesting. All places are interesting as far as like how accents change from maybe even county to county. I have a Western Tennessee accent for sure, like O'Brien County area, but Hickman, being on the Mississippi River, being in a town without a stoplight or fast food or a Walmart or anything.
Same where I'm from, yeah.
It's yeah, it's very, very much. I mean, how, you know, like my song "Snapping Turtle" on the record. That's a true story, and that's about me being a farm kid asked to go down and meet my father at the field, and I was probably 14 driving a truck, you know. So it's like there's things that, yeah, I mean, you write what you know, and that's where I come from.
Yeah.
Hickman, Kentucky.
We got SG Goodman live here on Lightning 100 playing tonight out of Basement East. Tickets for that on sale, thebasementnashville.com. We're talking about her new album, Planting by the Signs. I really genuinely feel like I could talk to you about this like all day, but do you want to play us one more song this morning?
I will. I'm going to play or attempt to play. It is a little early for these vocal cords, but I'm going to attempt to play my song Solitaire, which, like I said earlier, was one that I started writing a long time ago, and I didn't know how this would fit into the theme of Planting by the Signs, but a deck of cards is separated into 4 suits, and represents the seasons. The amount of cards are the weeks in here, which is all of, so it's
funny.
very,
I have never thought about how that works out.
Yeah, it's a really strange, and some people believe that the different suits also represent like the different elements. So I thought that was pretty cool, but this is Solitaire. Found me thumbing down the road between my head and my heart in a $3 suit with a worn out deck of cards. Oh, solitaire's the only game where you don't need nobody's help. Oh, but Lord, you're bound to lose if you bet against yourself. Oh, river, friend of mine, are you the losing kind? Sing the hymnal call again, sing it sweet by and by. No God could hear my plea. Oh, river, let it be. Sing the hymnal call again, sing it sweet by and by. Oh, to non-believers, we search for ashes for our heads, but not a church in this town had a priest out of bed. I know you cry about your brother for the times that he goes mad. Bet you look at me the same way. I throw my money down on that. Oh, river, friend of mine, are you the losing kind? Sing the hymnal call again, sing it sweet by and by. No God could hear my plea. Oh, river, let it be. Sing the hymnal call again, sing it sweet by and by. Oh, here's the flop, then the turn. Oh, take a breath and hold it in. You might lose out on that river. You chin. Thank you.
Lightning 100. We got SG Goodman live here in the studio playing tonight out at Basement East. Don't forget to grab tickets for that at thebasementnashville.com. Show's going to be kicking off at 8 p.m. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
I know it's always hard morning on show day, but this was great to hear you talk about all this.
Well, I appreciate it. And yeah, be sure to show up early because we are joined by an amazing group named Fust.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot to mention that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so cool.
They're awesome.
Yeah, I think I saw them at a different place in town like last year, and it was such a fun show.
Such a good show.
Yeah, so definitely make it out early for that. Show's kicking off at 8. And again, thank you so much for coming in today, SG. It was really great to
Thanks
have
for
you.
having me.
Gonna go out with some Wolf Alice now. Here is White Horses on Lightning 100.